Because he's finna kill him.
Okay, he's about to kill him. Why does he feel bad that he's about to kill him? Now, this is a man that feels that he thinks he's so what?
Smart.
He thinks he's so smart. Look at me. Look what I'm doing. But he feels bad. Why does he feel bad? Yes.
Because the man's so nice to him, but he's killing him because of his eye.
Okay, the man is so nice. Some angel. What do you think?
One time in the text, he said, if you never hurt me, you never wronged me, you never did anything.
Good job. Notice how angel went to the text. He said one time in the text, he said, this man never wronged me. He never what? He's never harmed me. He never what? Hurt me. But yet still I want to do what, Sam? Kill him. Why?
Because of his eyes.
So he chuckled a little bit while he's watching him sitting up, and this man is in fear. Let's continue reading. I knew that he had been lying awake ever since the first slight noise, when he had turned in the bed. His fears had been ever since growing upon him. He had been trying to fancy them causeless, but could not. He had been saying to himself, it is nothing but the wind in the chimney. It is only a mouse crossing the floor. Or it is merely a cricket which has made a single chirp. Okay, so let's look at our text-dependent question. What question are we on?
6.
Okay, let's look at question 6. Akira, read question 6 out loud.
On the 8th night, the narrator chuckles to himself twice. What does this tell you about the narrator's feelings toward the old man? Cite evidence to support your answer.
Okay, so everyone look up here. What night are we on?
8.
What did he do the first 7 nights? Someone tell me. Raise your hand. Robert, what did he do the first 7 nights? He watched them sleep. Why couldn't he kill them those first 7 nights?
Because the old man, because he wanted to be nice to the old man before he had killed him.
Yeah, but why couldn't he kill him the first 7 nights? Alberto? His eye was closed. So now we're on the 8th night, and what finally happened?
He woke up.
He woke him up, right? Did he say anything when he woke him up?
No.
Okay, so let's look at our question. It says, on the 8th night, the narrator chuckles to himself how many times?
Twice.
Okay, so let's look at the text that Dr. Greene just read. Twice. What does this tell you about the narrator's feelings toward the old man? How many parts do we have in this question? 1 or 2? 2. Why do we have 2 parts? What's the first question asked you to do?
It says, what does this tell you about the narrator's feelings towards the old man?
What does the second part tell you to do?
And then that's when it says, cite your evidence.
Okay, so let's look at the text. He chuckles twice. What does this tell you about the narrator's feelings toward the old man? And you can't just give me an answer. You have to give me textual evidence behind it. So everybody look at the text. Take a few minutes. Look at the text. What page are we on?
93.
What page are we on?
93.
All right, let's look at it. Look at both times he chuckled twice. He chuckled the first time, and what happened? He what?
It woke him up.
It woke him up. He chuckled the second time, and what happened? Okay, could someone find me where he chuckled the first time? Someone found it in the text. Found it already? Okay, go ahead, Jafar. What did you find? Read it out loud. When he chuckled the first time, not the second time, the first time.
Oh.
I fairly chuckled at that idea.
Say it loudly.
I fairly chuckled at that idea.
Everybody sees where he at? Upon the 8th night, in the middle of the paragraph, I fairly chuckled at the idea. Okay, what was he chuckling at?
His idea.
His idea about what, though?
Kill him.
Hit my light up there. His idea about what?
Killing the old man.
Killing him. So the first time he was chuckling about his idea. Was he just chuckling about his idea? Look, Japhet is right here. That's what he said. I fairly chuckled at the idea, and perhaps he had heard me, for he moved on the bed suddenly as if startled. Let's look look at the sentence before. Remember we talked about these context clues? What was he laughing about the first time? That the man what?
Not even dreaming.
Raise your hand. Yes, you
Man
said.
didn't know.
The man didn't know when he was spotted. So that's the first half. The man did not know when he was plotting, right? He chuckled about that. Now that first chuckle got, it startled the man, right? Okay, so let's look back at our question. It said on the 8th night, the narrator chuckles twice himself. What does that tell you about the narrator's feelings toward the old man? Let's look at the second time. Can we decide the answer right now? No, because we're going to look at what? The first time he chuckled. Someone found me where the second time he chuckled. Angel, where we at?
We're at the bottom.
All right, here we go. Everybody see this? At the bottom. Although I chuckled at heart. Now, where can I look to find out where he chuckled at heart? Is it before or after? Is it before or after you figure out why you chuckled? Okay, so tell me where after. Wait, don't scream at him. Tell me where after then. When did we find out why he chuckled? Before or after he chuckled?
Oh, no.
Before. Okay, so tell me why. Everybody look at before then. Tell me why he chuckled the second time.
He chuckled at
Raise your hand. I can't understand that. Maya. He felt pity for the man. He knew what the old man felt, but he what? He still wanted to kill him. So what is the narrator's feelings about this old man? What you got?
like he feels bad for him, but like he feel bad that he's finna kill him over and
That he's
out.
about to kill
But
him?
then at the same time, he feel happy like I'm finally finna get rid of this man. But I also feel bad 'cause like I'm finna kill an old innocent man over and out.
Good job. So what does that mean when you're tussling back and forth with your decision making?
Like you going like
You know you're wrong, but what?
you wanna do it, you still wanna do it.
You're going to still do it anyway. Okay? All right, so answer question 6. Put it together. Put it together. So like Jada said, hey, I feel bad. This man is so innocent. This man has never wronged me. But that is getting on my nerves. And actually what I feel Dr. Greene came up with, he seems kind of cocky, kind of arrogant. Why would I say that? Why would I say that the narrator seems kind of arrogant? Besides Jada, besides Angel. Sam, what you got?
I think he's cocky because multiple times he's explained that he's in power, not the old man.
Mm-hmm.
But
Can you give me sexual evidence where he feels like he's in power?
like at the beginning of class,
Mm-hmm. At the beginning of the text?
yeah,
Mhm.
class, and
Listen to what Sam says when he says he feels like he's in power. Go ahead, Sam.
he basically that this old man doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't know at all, and that's why I believe he thinks he's in power
Okay.
because
So why does he think he's so smart, though? Why does he think, I'm just smartest thing? Why does he think he's so smart? Kira, why do you think this man thinks he's so smart? Because he says, he talks about his sagacity. What does sagacity mean?
High intelligence.
High intelligence, right? All right. So sagacity means high intelligence. So, why does he think he's so smart? What you got, Kim?
His ideas, like his plan,
His plan. What about his plan?
sneaking in at night.
He's sneaking in at night, watching him sleep. What does he do? What does he do with the lantern? Kind of genius, actually. What does he do with the lantern? Do you remember? What does he do? Alberto?
He turns it like low, so he can't see it.
So he unfastens. Now, a lantern, when you hold up a lantern, what usually happens?
Lights the
It's
lamp up.
like boom, right? What does he do? Maya.
old man doesn't know he's there.
Yeah. He doesn't know he's there, but what does he do with the lantern?
Oh, he covered. No, I forgot. Oh, I think I remember.
Okay, what's here?
When he got the little thing.
He unfastening the
Yeah, he
hinges.
unfastened, thing.
And what happened to the light when he unfastened the hinges?
He unfastened the hinges and then one ray of light pointed to his eye.
Good job. One ray of light pointed to whose eye? The old man's eye. So he was actually, now, remember yesterday, our clear learning target. Anybody remember the clear learning target from yesterday? Not your journal. Yes.
I can draw logical. Wait, no.
Not the journal. Still want to know what we did yesterday. What did we draw yesterday?
We did.
Logical inferences, right? What is an inference? Educated guess. Based on textual evidence. So you're drawing conclusion based on textual evidence, right? We're still doing this. What are we doing today, though? We're taking those inferences and we're coming up with the what?
Solution.
Not the solution. What are we coming up with? Chelsea. The theme and how it's what?
And
Don't cut her off. How it's what? Help her out. Go ahead. How it's what? How it's developed, okay? So right now, what do you think the lesson is right now? I'm just curious. I'm not going to say whether you're right or wrong. What's the central idea? What do you think? Yes.
think before you do something.
Okay, why do you say think before you act?
Because he was plotting for 7 days, and he was thinking, like, what to do before he actually killed him. Like you said yesterday, he was plotting and he was, like, thinking 7 long nights before he killed him, so he was plotting.
Okay, so think before you act, possibly. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. We're just testing the waters. Yes.
Carry out your ideas.
What do you mean by that?
No.
Carry out your ideas. What do I learn by that when I carry out my ideas?
Do your ideas. Instead of just
Actually go through it, act upon your ideas, instead of just thinking about them. Okay? Alright, so let's continue reading. Everybody pick up your paper. We're at the bottom of 93. Bottom of 93. Everyone see where we're at?
Yeah.
His fears have been ever since growing upon him. He had been trying to fasten them causeless, but he could not. He had been saying to himself, it is nothing but the wind in the chimney. It is only a mouse crossing the floor. Or is it merely a cricket which has made a single chirp? Yes. He had been trying to, at the top of 93, he had been trying, 94, he had been trying to comfort himself with this, but he had found all in vain. All in vain. Because death. Why is death capitalized? Angel?
That's because his death is gonna come soon.
Death is what?
It's gonna come to him soon.
It's going to come to him soon, but why would he capitalize death? He almost made death seem like what? What'd you say? It's important, but why is it capitalized?
Because that's what the man's thinking about right now.
He is.
The-
But what's usually capitalized? What's usually capitalized? Yes. Names. Okay. So death, he has just given death a proper name. So he has turned death, which is an object, into what? A living thing. What is that called? Say it again. Personification. He's given an object human characteristics. Let's keep reading. Let's see how death becomes this human. All in vain because death, in approaching him, has stalked with his black shadow before him. So there you go. There's a human characteristic. Now he's saying death is stalking this old man. Okay? He enveloped the victim. What does envelop mean? Does anybody remember?
Wrapped upon.
Wrapped upon. So he wrapped upon this victim. And it was the mournful influence of the unperceived shadow that caused him to feel, although he neither saw nor heard, to feel the presence of my head within the room. When I had waited a long time, very patiently, without hearing him lie down, I reserved to open a very, very little crevice in the lantern. So I opened it. And you cannot imagine how steeply until at length a single dim ray, like the thread of the spider, shot from out of the crevice and fell upon the vulture eye. So now the light has hit what?
The eye.
The eye. Here we go. It was open. Wide open. And I grew furious as I gazed upon it. I saw it with perfect dimensions, all a dull blue, with a hideous veil over it, that it chilled the very marrow in my bones. Where have you heard that again? What did he say at the beginning of the story? What did the eye do to him?
It made his blood run cold.
Well, his blood run cold. So what's happening here when you see this eye again?
It made him chill.
His blood is running what?
Cold.
He sees the eye, guys. Here we go. But I can see nothing else of the old man's face or person. For I had directed the ray as if by instinct precisely upon the damned spot. So, could he see the old man's face?
No.
He only saw the eye.
Let me ask you a question again. Look at the text. Could he truly see the old man's face? The whole man's face? Could he see the whole face?
No.
Look at it. You said yes. Why? Because what did he pay attention to?
His eye.
His eye. So say for instance, remember yesterday? What was our journal entry? My journal entry yesterday? What was your what?
Biggest thing that annoys you.
Biggest thing that annoys you. So, someone said, maybe in this class, maybe another class, I hate when someone steps on my shoes. So even if I can see you as a whole individual, I can see you, the whole body. But what am I paying attention to? Stepping on my shoe. So he could actually really see the old man's face, but what did he pay attention to? All right, so let's keep